Okay, we'll forget the lights, camera. Okay, writing. We're going to talk about writing equations using given data. Okay, and this is where it really is helpful to know what things are called, what equations are called. Right. So, for example, what are the 3 ways of writing straight-line equations? I've talked about them. Okay, Jan, give me one.
Slope intercept.
Okay, slope intercept. Slope intercept. Which intercept is that? Is that the x-intercept or the y?
Y equals mx plus.
Okay, that's y equals mx plus b. All right. Okay, what's another one? Mushy.
Standard.
Standard. And what is that one?
Ax plus by equals c.
A x plus by equals c. And Luke, what's the third one?
Point slope form, which is x minus x sub 1 equals m, and then parentheses y minus
No, it's y minus y sub 1 equals m parentheses x minus x sub 1.
Right?
It's like, that's what I said.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Now, when I give you data and I say, please write an equation, we're going backwards, right? Do you see that? Because up to this point, I gave you an equation. I said, well, what is the slope? And what is the point? What is the y-intercept from the equation, right? That's what you know how to do, right? If I gave you this, y is equal to 2/3 x plus 4, and I said, what is the slope? 2/3. What is the y-intercept? Positive 4, right? If I said y minus 7 is equal to 1/6 x plus 19, what is the point?
Negative
Negative
19.7.
Negative 19.7. What is the slope?
1/6.
1/6. So now we're going to do it in reverse. I'm going to give you the point, and I'm going to give you the slope. And then I'm going to ask you to write the equation. Does that make sense? It's really quite simple.
Didn't we kind of practice this on the homework where you'd give us a line segment and we had to write the inequality that would make that line segment at some point? Or is this different?
Maybe. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. Good question. But, okay, so let's say I said, so let's say I give you, I'm going to leave that up there for a second. So here's our first one. So write an equation of the line that crosses the y-axis at 7 and has a slope of 2/3. So I'm going to give you a second to write that down. Write an equation of the line that crosses the y-axis at 7 and has a slope of 2/3. So this is the thing you always want to ask. What? Ask this. Ask. 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 What did they give me? Right? What did they give me? What did I give you in this thing, Luke?
slope intercept.
Okay. How do you know?
Because.
This doesn't say intercept. It says y-axis. It crosses the y-axis at 7.
Yeah, but the y-axis would be b.
The y-intercept.
Oh, that is the y-intercept. Oh, you're right. That's the y-intercept. So you're right. So they gave us an intercept and they gave us a slope. So we would use slope intercept. Now, if you did not know that this equation was called the slope intercept, it would be harder, right? That's why I've made sure that you guys memorized those names with this, right? Now, when you're writing equations, you're never going to be given data and write it straight into standard form. you're always going to be either writing in slope-intercept or point-slope. And then if you need to, you can convert it into standard form, but we haven't gotten there yet. Don't worry about it. Right? So really, we're not going to be using the standard form for this. Okay, you guys see that? You're not going to be using the standard form. It's only one of these two. So yes, so Luke, help me. What is my equation then?
It would be y equals 2/3 x plus 7.
You got it. Right? Fist of 5. You guys get it? Pretty easy, right? If I said, write equation, I'm going to just abbreviate. Let me see. Write equation with slope of, 1/2 and y-intercept of 10. Y-intercept of 10. Somebody else. Sienna, what would I do?
It'd be 1/2 x plus, or y equals 1/2 x plus.
Y equals 1/2 x plus 10, right? Fist of 5. It's pretty straightforward, right?
Why would it have an x next to it? Oh, we just have it.
Because we're writing an equation, right? We're writing an equation in this form, slope-intercept, right? Okay? All right. What if I said, well, what am I on? Number
3.
Let me just get rid of these. I'm going to get rid of these now. It'll be easier. Write an equation of line passing. So go ahead and write this as I'm writing. Passing through. I'm spelling through wrong on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I'm a math teacher, it's okay, right? Write an equation of line passing through 4, -8, and has slope of 4.
Uh-oh, there we go.
All right.
The guys.
What's the question you have to ask?
What?
What did they give me? All right, what did they give me?
They gave us
Point slope.
4.
Jan.
They gave us the point and the
They gave us a point and a slope. What do you think we'd use? Point slope, right?
Standard form.
Exactly. All right, so
Can I try writing this on the board?
you can't come under, but you can tell me. I'll do it.
How about
So guys, so Basie's gonna do it.
I think it's, so what you would do first is I think it would be y plus, or y, y minus, y plus 8 equals 4 times, in parentheses, x plus, or x minus 4.
Yes. Give a round of applause. That was awesome. That was awesome. Right? All right, we'll try another like that. Write an equation with slope of 9 and passing through -7, 1.
A question with
Logan, what did they give me?
slope.
What did they give us? Right, what is that? They gave us a slope.
9
What else did they give us? What is that?
and
Point,
Point.
right? So what equation would you use? Point, slope, right? Okay. Jaden, help me.
okay.
So what's the equation?
Y. Y
Y what?
equals
Wait, what did they give us? They gave us a slope and a point. So you're going to use point slope. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, right? Okay, y minus, wait, this is my x and this is my y, right? Y minus 1 is equal to,
9
yeah,
x minus plus
you got it, exactly. Good
there
job.
we go.
You got it, right, makes
Get
sense,
it.
right? You see it? Good. I know, it's hard when you're put on the spot like that. Your brain goes fuzzy, right? Mine didn't as a kid. All right, fist of 5. Are we all together?
Yes.
Pretty clear. Come on, fist of 5. Guys, come on. Jaden, Dan, I need fist of 5. I need to know. We're all together. Okay.
Can we do that?
No, we're not ready to do the homework yet.
What? We have to do standard form?
If you're ready, come and get it.
No. All right, here we go. What am I on? Number 5?
No,
5? 6? 5. 5?
7. You're on 7.
Okay, right. An equation.
Right. And equation of
The line
the
that
line
passes
that
through,
Pieces.
says
okay, that passes through 4, 9
4,
and
9,
negative 2, 7.
and
Oh, this is easy.
negative
All right,
2.
ask the question.
What did they give me?
What
What
did
did
they
they give us?
What did
All right, somebody different. Somebody different. Shh, guys. Somebody different. Somebody who has not talked today.
Oh, I didn't.
Gardner.
They gave you 2 coordinate points.
2 points. Which method would you, which form would you probably use then? Which one has the name with point in it?
Point.
Point slope, right? Yeah, exactly. Which is y.
Point slope.
So we know,
Guys, look, the dumpster truck.
guys, it's too noisy. I'm sorry, but okay. So guys, shh. They gave us 2 points, did they not?
Yeah, but we can't.
They did not give. Wait a minute. This is point slope. They didn't give us a slope. What?
Standard.
No.
Yeah.
They didn't give us a slope. What?
Slow.
We have to use intercept.
No.
It's standard.
They didn't give us a slope. Slope intercept needs a slope, right?
So it's standard.
What? Wait a minute, guys. Listen. So Jaden, I'm sorry, Jaden. Please stop. Please stop. I need you guys to focus right now. This is really important. What did you do for homework last night?
Slope.
We graphed inequality.
What did you do for homework last night?
Inequality.
Do you guys remember this?
Yes.
Do you remember this formula?
Yes.
S equals triangle
Equals
y.
triangle y equals triangle.
Oh, yes.
Wait, what would you need in order to
Numbers.
find
Coordinate.
2 coordinate points?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
All right,
We're so much sense now.
so here we go. Shh. Now,
9.
I'm going to put a box around one of them.
Yeah, that one. Because
Right?
that's a bigger.
So I remember this is my x and this is my y. This is my x and this is my y. Which goes on top, Basie?
X is going up. Y is going up.
Y's go on top.
Why is going on?
So I'm going to do 9 minus 7 over 4 minus a minus 2, which makes it a plus 2. So my slope is 2 over 6, which is 1/3.
Whoa.
Now, write the equation.
Hey, man.
Now, how many equations could you write
1
for
million.
this? What? How many equations? 2, because there are 2 points. It doesn't, you don't have to write 2. Just write any one.
Oh, you could write point slope equation and then make your slope 1/3.
Right.
Wow.
So here we go. So y minus 9 is equal, I'm going to use the one that I put a box around, is equal to 1/3 x minus 4.
Oh. Oh.
Make sense? Let's do another one.
Wow.
Can I erase?
Yeah.
Are you writing this down?
Don't write that. Oh,
Wait, wait, wait.
Where are you writing
I
this
think
down?
it's very pretty.
Points here, but then I couldn't see their source.
Can you buy me?
Wait, don't write. Don't write.
This is foggy. I don't know what's happening.
Almost.
All right, guys. Okay. I'm just going to tell you, I'm honestly considering assigned seats. Just because it's gotten out of hand a little bit for me, just so you know. And so I am seriously considering it. I might wait until after break, but I might do it after break. Unless things change between now and the end of next week. All right, so can I erase?
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Where are you?
You can erase.
All right, so I'm going to just erase this part.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to put up 2 new points. Okay? Write an equation of a line passing through -7, comma -3, and
-7.
-4, comma
Five.
-6. Okay, somebody different. You want to do it? Okay. So slope. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Logan, help me.
Try to do the M and then you would put down a 9.
So I'm going to do delta y over delta x. So basically, if you always write your equation, your formula, you always know the y's are upstairs, right?
Yep.
Get in the habit of just writing that formula every time. It's so easy, right? It takes like half a second. Okay, so Logan, help me.
So you do, because the right one has -6 now it's bigger than -3. So you would put a square on the right one.
On this one? Okay, that's fine. So we've got -6 minus, because change means minus.
Minus.
What am I doing?
3.
It's plus 3.
Okay, plus 3, right? Minus and -3 is plus 3 over.
And then it's -4 plus 7.
Plus 7, okay? So here we go. What does that give us? That's -3 over 3,
-1 over
which is
1.
-1. All right, now, write the equation.
Right.
Use that one.
So it would be y -4
No,
plus 4.
Remember, this is your x and this is your y.
Oh wait, it would be y -6.
But remember, the formula is y minus
Y
and then -6. So it's y plus 6.
And then equals 1 -1. And then x plus 4.
You got it. Good job. Excellent. Awesome. All right, so the last piece before I can give you the homework.
Last piece.
Last piece.
What?
Number 7.
No.
Oh, no.
Bad conversation. You read it.
So guys, please write. Guys, this is
Oh.
Casey. This is my class. This is a video right now. Please write this stuff down. Come on, all of you guys. Let's go. Write this down. Write this down. Okay. All right, write the equation of that line.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
In which form?
So, well, that's a good question. What did I give you? Remember the question? What? Say it again?
Y-intercept.
What did you, somebody said something. Was that you guys? What did you say?
You gave us 2 points at slope.
I gave you, there are 2 points and a slope. There's also a y-intercept here, right? Right? Isn't the y-intercept 1?
Yeah.
So we know immediately the y-intercept is 1, right? And then, do we know the slope? Well, if we had a graph, right, we would see that it crosses at that point, right? That point is what?
Wait.
So how do I get from here to here? What is my rise and what is my run? I rose what? To get up to, from this left point, I'm going to the next right point.
3.
1, 2, 3. I rise 3 and I run 2. So it's 3 halves is my slope. Yes?
Boy.
Do you guys see that? Right? So what's my equation? Brisa, what's my equation? There's my slope, and there's my y-intercept. So slope, intercept. So y equals 3 halves x. You got it. Exactly. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Is there any rule for where you would, like, show where your rise and
Where you show what?
where your slope is? Like, you did it at a certain point, and I was wondering, like, is that the only?
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah, 'cause it was
no.
a little
A line, a straight line, has the same slope everywhere, right? But it's easy. It's easiest to find the slope when you're on a corner of a grid on a graph, right? Like on this graph paper right here, you want to find places where the line is hitting that corner, right? So, and ideally you want to find a point on the left and a point on the right, and you ask yourself, how did you get from the left to the next point to the right, not from the right to the next point to the left? You want to go to the right, right? So for example, if I did this, in order to go from this one to this point, I had to rise 3 and I had to run 2. If I had gone from this point to this point, it would have been weird because I would have actually gone the wrong direction. Right? You know, see what I mean? I would have fallen and I would have been a negative, but I'm also going left, which is a negative. Does that make sense? So that would be 2 negatives, then that becomes a positive. And that would be a positive slope going up to the right, right? It's easier to start from a left point and go to the right point, because that's the way we think of slope. Rise, run to the right, right? So if I gave you something like this, though, well, I'll just use the same one. Let's say I gave you this. Okay, what about that? What about that one now? Let's get rid of all this mess.
Get rid of that one.
Okay? So, what did I give you?
One.
I gave you a y-intercept of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my y-intercept is 5. Right? What's my slope?
Wait, your slope would be.
Okay, here's a point, and here's a point. Don't you agree with me?
Yeah.
To go from this point on the left to the next point on the right, I would go, my rise would be a negative what? Negative 5. So that's negative 5, and my run is positive 2. So it's negative 5 halves, right? See that? So negative 5 halves, and then it's easy to write it. It's y is equal to negative 5 halves x plus 5. Right? So when you're given a graph the easiest way usually is to use slope-intercept. Unless you can't find any place where the points are crossing. Or let's say the point let's say a line went like this. Hang on, let's say I gave you just gotta look at what you were given. Let's say it went like this. Right? We don't have a y-intercept that we know. You see that? So Luke, this is important. In this case, you don't have a y-intercept you know. That could be what? That could be 4 3/4, but it could be 4 5/6, or 5/7, or 17 21s or something. We don't know what it is. There's no way to know what that is. Therefore, it would be easier for me to see, well, this is a point here, right? And let's say that was a point there. So then we could say, what would I use? I gave you 2 points, right? Then I would use point, and then I'd find my slope, right? I use point slope, right? Most of the time, though, you'll get them when you see graphs, you just use a slope intercept. Okay? Is that fist of 5? Am I losing you?
No, I get it.
Did it make sense? Fist of 5. Just so let me see. Everybody, I need to know. Fist of 5.
Look. I'll give you a 4.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. So, are you guys ready to do the homework?
Yeah.
Yeah.